impression of the week and what these guys went through?
I thought it was great. Big thing we wanted to get out of it was just to see their off ice, their attentiveness, who follows directions, all that sort of thing. But there was a lot of education for us, a lot of off the ice. It was probably 75% of what went on this week was off the ice. The on ice was great. They had testing. They had some fun today with the game. But like I said, most of it was off the ice and kind of learning and kind of life lessons, I guess.
What do you try and get through in the off ice that on ice you probably know their talents, but off ice, what are you looking for specifically? Character, leadership, what?
Yeah, with some of that stuff, some of it has, like we did the rowing today, and you got to have leaders in the boat and guys talking to one another. But a lot of the other stuff is life lessons, cooking classes, CPR class, wealth management, where they're looking after their money. So it's something you like to see guys participating and talking and asking questions. And some guys, their personality is to do it. Some guys, it's not their personality to do it. So it doesn't make them a better person or a better player. You just want to see what the guys are all about.
Did you tell them to have some fun during the shootouts today, or is that something they just kind of did on their own?
We did, but I think it would have came out anyway. I think that's this generation with the shootouts, and we see it in the NHL games. Guys are trying new things. They're spinoramas. They're all that. So if we didn't say anything, they would have done the exact same thing.
And your goalies responded to it well. It
Yeah.
seemed like they got the better of things.
That was one thing with Ian Clark. He said, "Oh, when the goalies get the short end of the stick," I was like, "They're going to save all the goals. They'll end up on top anyway. We got pretty good goalies, so I think they did really well today."
Were you expecting the competitiveness out of the players from this tournament? I mean, going into the room, Sonny Milano, he was pissed that he lost.
Yeah, you get the competitiveness. It starts off light, and if it's a blowout, guys are upset. But if it gets tight like it did, you're going to see back checking. We saw a little bit of it. You don't see it right away, but guys don't want to lose, so they're going to do what they can to get back and prevent goals or to score goals. Because the whole time I was on the bench, they were asking how many goals do we need? Because it got tight to where we weren't going to be able to find out a winner at the time. So, guys were trying to figure out, all right, if we save this, if we score here, what's going to happen? So it was fun.
Was there anyone's performance this week that jumped out at you both on and off the ice?
It's just no one really stood out. I wasn't looking for that sort of thing. It's just guys were very good there. What I expected at this point in the summer, especially with their conditioning. And like I've said before, a lot of guys are in different parts of their conditioning levels coming into this camp. It's one thing if it's coming into Traverse or main camp, you want them to be in tip-top shape. Right now, we have guys that have ended seasons a month ago and guys that have ended seasons 3 months ago. So it's some of the guys that ended a long time ago are a lot farther in their development with the summer. So it's something we know going in, and you don't try to evaluate just on those things.
What do you look for now going up to Traverse with these guys, and now that is the on ice part that you want to see?
Yeah, going into Traverse, it's good for them because they get a head start on the guys going into main camp. They're getting into a competitive mode and playing games going into it. But coming up to Traverse, their testing should be where they want to be, their conditioning level, all that stuff. It's training camp. They're being evaluated up there, so it's something they have almost 2 months or a little over 2 months to get in their top position. So myself and Kevin will definitely be talking to them tomorrow morning and showing them where they are and where they have to be. So it's something that they'll know leaving tomorrow morning where they are and where they have to be come September.
Rate the overall success of this week. Was everything accomplished that you wanted to accomplish with the prospects?
Yeah, I think so. Nobody fell in the water today, so that was good. But it was exactly what I wanted. I didn't want a lot of on ice. I didn't want competitiveness on the ice that much to where they were hitting each other and battling in the corners. I like competitiveness where they want to win, but I wanted to stay away from that. Anybody getting hurt. It's not the right time of the season. That's why we kept Anderson off. He had a little shoulder soreness. He gets hurt here. It puts him back for training camp. There's no reason for it because a lot of the stuff we were doing and having him in here was a lot with the off-ice programs.
Out of curiosity, the one night off that you gave these guys, was that a lesson too, or was that just for fun?
It's a little both. We have really long days. We have the cooking class, so one group had the cooking class one night and ate their meal there. The other group gets the night off and go out and hang out with their friends, and it's part of the team bonding thing. You're gonna get, I'm not sure who went out with who, but I'm sure it's guys that didn't quite know each other. Their roommates are now going out with each other and having a meal. So it's something. It's part of their bond, and they're gonna become friends just from going out to dinner by themselves without us in the room.
How important is this for the organization to, I guess, train the prospects before they even hit a training camp?
No, I think it's great. It's just that it's something that we do every year, so they're going to pick up things every year. They won't pick up everything this year, but it's, the guys cooking, maybe they cooked 2 meals last year. Maybe next year they're like, oh, I'm more comfortable with it. Especially because maybe the junior guys aren't going to do it because they have a billet, or the college guys are eating at the cafeteria. But all of a sudden they're professionals living in Columbus or Springfield, eating out all the time. That's what we want them away from. So, they're going to look back on 3 or 4 years of cooking classes, and all of a sudden, hey, I can do this. It's not hard.